What's up, you guys? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Now, let me just put this out here. What you're seeing right now, this is not AI. I am in a costume. I promise you, I am in a costume. That's my hand. The reason why I'm wearing a costume is to, one, celebrate the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, and number two, I don't have a haircut. And I did get a lineup 2 weeks ago, but yeah, the lineup is not really, it's not really maintaining. My hair is quite thick, but I will be getting a haircut soon. But I did not get a haircut in time for this video. So I was like, listen, I got a Spider-Man costume. Let me just rock out with that. We are going to talk about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer that came out last week. I'm excited about it. Are you guys excited about it? There are a couple things in this teaser trailer where I'm just like, why are we going in this direction? But it is a teaser trailer. Of course, they're not going to expose all the details, but I still have a lot of thoughts concerning this Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. So we're going to talk about it. And for all the people who are new to the channel, if you want to see my face, it's literally in the profile picture, but you can also see my face in the theme song, which I'm about to play right now. And now, before we dive into the details of the teaser trailer, let me just get this out there right now. This is my opinion as the obsessive X-Men nerd. Sadie Sink is not playing Jean Grey. I repeat, Sadie Sink is not playing Jean Grey. Sadie Sink posted the trailer on her Instagram. And if you go into the comment section, you see a whole bunch of gifs of Jean Grey. Sadie Sink is not playing Jean Grey. There's no logical reason why Jean Grey will be showing up in a Spider-Man film if it's not in company of all the other X-Men. There are other solo X-Men characters that can show up in a Spider-Man film because they had storylines dealing with Spider-Man and Peter Parker. But Jean Grey is not one of them. I would expect to see Emma Frost in the Spider-Man film before I see Jean Grey, because Emma Frost has had way more interactions with Peter Parker compared to Jean Grey. Jean Grey is not in this film. Now, I want y'all to, let's use context clues here. We have Punisher. We have The Hand. There are a collection of Marvel characters that have dealings with the Hand. It's Daredevil, Elektra, Black Widow, Iron Fist, and Wolverine. It's a very rare occurrence that a hero like Spider-Man would be fighting the Hand. So since they showed Spider-Man in the trailer fighting the Hand, we are most likely going to see a Daredevil cameo, even though we did not see him in the teaser trailer. And if Daredevil shows up in this movie, you're going to have Daredevil, you're going to have Punisher, you're going to have Spider-Man, and you're going to have Rachel Core. Rachel Core is another redhead in Marvel Comics. You know, the comic illustrators, they love drawing their women with red hair. I have no idea why, but that's just a kink of Marvel Comics, and it's been going on for decades. Rachel Core is the partner of Punisher. There is a specific comic. It is the Avenging Spider-Man 6 comic. It came out in 2011, and it is part of the Omega Effect storyline. In this specific comic, the storyline is about Punisher, his partner, Rachel Core, Spider-Man, and Daredevil. They are defending a very important drive that belongs to Reed Richards, and they're trying to keep it out of the hands of AIM and out of the hands of the Hand. That is what this comic storyline is about. So since we have the Punisher in this film, since we have Spider-Man, because obviously this is the Spider-Man film, there is a strong possibility that Matt Murdock, Daredevil, will appear in this film. I mean, he's appeared in previous Spider-Man films before, so it's not impossible. And with Sadie Sink being in this movie as a redhead, she is not playing Jean Grey. She is going to be playing Rachel Coeur, who is the partner of Punisher. That's my prediction. That's my take. I'm standing on it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But honestly, I feel like I'm right. Sadie Sink is not playing Jean Grey. Sadie Sink is not playing Firestar. Sadie Sink is not going to be playing the comic accurate version of Mary Jane. Sadie Sink is going to be playing Rachel Coeur, the red-headed woman who is the partner of Punisher. She's not going to be playing Jean Grey. There's no reason for Jean Grey to be showing up in this movie. Even with the trailer, we saw that there was a scene of some sort of entity jumping in between people's bodies and controlling them and taking over them. And people assume that it's going to be Jean Grey because Jean Grey is a telepath. Yes, Jean Grey is a telepath, but her MO is to not possess other people's bodies. That's not what Jean does, even if she is conjoined as the Phoenix. She has the ability to do that, but Jean is an Omega level telepath and she is an Omega level telekinetic. Her main power is not possessing people's bodies. That's not her MO. That is the power of somebody like another X-Men character, who I also doubt is going to be in this film, but another X-Men character known as Malice. Her mutant power is literally to inhabit people's bodies and control them. And she has the ability to hop from one body to another body to another body. Malice is a member of Mr. Sinister's Marauders. She is extremely dangerous and highly rabid. Extremely violent. The power of body possession is similar to, well, my DC comic fans, if you guys remember Justice League Unlimited, Deadman had the ability to inhabit people's bodies because he is a ghost spirit. So when he hops into somebody's body, he can take control of their body. He can utilize their powers for whatever reason. That is their specific power. They are an entity, they are a spirit, and they are jumping into a singular body to control it. And they have the ability to body hop into whichever form that they want to because they do not possess a body of their own. Jean Grey has a body of her own. There's no logical reason why she would be hopping into other people's bodies to take over them. And also, Jean Grey is a hero. Why would she be doing that? That's not her main power, and there's no type of main motivation behind that. Jean is not going to be in this movie. Sadie Sink is not playing Jean Grey. Sadie Sink is playing Rachel Coeur. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit when I'm wrong. But I think I'm right. I'm 90% sure that I'm right. Introducing the X-Men in the MCU through a Spider-Man film? That doesn't make any sense. Nope. Jean Grey's not going to be in this movie. Sorry to disappoint y'all. Sorry to bust a bubble through your hypeness. Sadie Sink is going to be playing Rachel Coeur. Okay, so the main thoughts that I have about the movie, it is the same exact sentiments that I had when I put out the 2026 Marvel slate, when I was discussing all the Marvel projects that was going to be coming out this year. And what I said back then is similar to what I'm going to be saying right now. There has never been a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie that I did not enjoy. I feel like Marvel has done an amazing job adapting to all the restrictions, the licensing that they have to deal with in terms of using Spider-Man in their cinematic projects, because if you don't know, Sony owns Spider-Man. They have the licensing right. The only thing that Marvel owns is the merchandising rights, where they can make money, make millions off of Spider-Man. That goes strictly to Marvel. But anything concerning using Spider-Man in movies and television, it's all about Sony. They have to give the green light. So with that limitation regarding the licensing rights, the MCU, I have to give it up to them. They've done a good job putting out these Spider-Man projects and using Spider-Man in the MCU movies, having him team up with Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther, the Avengers. They have navigated the whole restriction situation beautifully. Like, I have no complaint. Now, if I was to be a stickler about Tom Holland's Spider-Man films, I would just want to see more Spider-Man villains. But again, that is a Sony situation. That's not a Marvel situation. So we're just going to have to adapt to what we can. Now let's talk about this movie, the fourth installment, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Okay. So, first of all, there are a lot of people in this trailer. Good guys, bad guys, friends, family, whomever. This is looking like it's going to be a cameo fest. And it's like, okay, I'm curious to know what direction we're going in. Because, you know, Spider-Man is a solo hero. Yes, he shines in team-up movies, but the core, the essence of Spider-Man is he does everything on his own. He figures everything out on his own. So I'm just like, okay, why are we getting so many people in the movie? Just in this trailer alone, we've seen Scorpion, we've seen Punisher, we've seen Bruce Banner. I'm pretty sure Bruce Banner might turn into the Hulk. We've seen The Hand. We've seen Tarantula. We see MJ. We see Ned, which I am going to speak about later on. Now, Bruce Banner, the Hulk. What the hell is Bruce Banner doing in a Spider-Man film? There's been scenes in the trailer of Peter Parker being a mutate. His powers aren't evolving. And so I'm assuming he hits up Bruce Banner for answers of what's going on with his body and his powers. What the hell is Bruce Banner doing in the Spider-Man film? I don't, okay, to be honest, I'm genuinely not excited to see Bruce Banner. The MCU, in my opinion, has character assassinated Bruce Banner to the point where I'm just like, whatever. He's there. I didn't watch She-Hulk. I saw the first episode. I don't even think I made it to the end, or I just like, I'm not watching this bullshit. Not interested. So I don't even know what's that thing on Bruce Banner's hand. I don't even know how he's in human form. I thought in Endgame he can only be both forms, like the Hulk and Bruce Banner combined. So it looks like he can turn back into human form without having the Hulk powers. But I'm sorry, I don't want well-mannered, behaved Hulk that speaks proper English diction. I want psychotic Hulk. I want powerful Hulk that just destroys anything in his path. I don't have any excitement to see Bruce Banner in this film unless we're going to be receiving the Hulk that we all want and love show up in this film. But then at the same time, what is the Hulk doing in this film? What is the Hand doing in this film? What is Sadie Sink doing in this film? Even if the rumors are true, if she is playing Jean Grey, even though I don't think she is, why is it so many cameos of other heroes and other heroes' villains in this film? Because we have Scorpion. Scorpion is a Spider-Man villain. We have Tarantula. Tarantula is a Spider-Man villain. We could just be fine with those two. But what's up with all these other people popping up in the Spider-Man film? So it's so many cameos, and yet it's also so many plot points, because Spider-Man fighting the Hand, that's a whole separate movie on its own. And then the storyline of Spider-Man and his powers evolving, become a mutate, that's a whole separate storyline on its own. How many plot elements are going to be in this movie? I feel like they introduced a lot of different themes. And I'm saying to myself, is this going to be a 2-hour movie? I wouldn't mind it being a 2-hour movie. But if you're going to introduce so many elements in this movie, y'all better land the plane. I don't doubt that the MCU is going to land the plane because, like I said, based off their track record with Spider-Man films, they never disappoint. But I'm just curious as to why is there so many people in this movie that has nothing to do with Spider-Man lore? And why is there so many plot elements being put out there when Spider-Man's lore is really simplistic? Are they just deciding to go all in? Is this going to be, a big jumping off point to get us excited about Doomsday? I don't know. I'm just a little bit curious as to where we're going with this. I'm so excited to see the movie. Love Spider-Man. But I'm just a little bit concerned. Just a little bit concerned. Is it okay for me to be concerned? I'm not trashing the film. Of course I wouldn't trash the film because I haven't even seen the film. It's just a teaser trailer. I'm just saying, I feel like there's a lot going on. A lot going on. So Marvel, they better be ready to land this plane and land it the right way. Last thing, I've seen a lot of internet chatter online, people complaining about Zendaya returning as MJ in this film, Ned returning in this film. They believe that, you know, they should move on and have Spider-Man gain a new love interest, maybe Black Cat, maybe Gwen Stacy, or they should introduce Peter Parker's actual canonically friends from the comics, from the different iterations in this film. Introduce Harry Osborn, introduce Mary Jane instead of the MJ that Zendaya is playing. But you guys have to remember, that's not an MCU problem. That is a Sony problem. Sony already licensed out Spider-Man, Tarantula, and Scorpion for this film. Seeking Black Cat, seeking MJ, seeking Harry Osborn is a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure that the MCU had to pay a hefty amount for the characters that they already utilized. So I understand that people want something different, want something new, since the title is Brand New Day. But again, you guys got to remember the Sony Marvel deal. You can't just get all Spider-Man characters in the Spider-Man movie. That's not what the contract, that's not what the agreement is about. They have to license those characters. They have to gain the rights from Sony. Marvel ain't stupid now. They're not going to be spending boatloads amount of money to license Spider-Man characters and villains for their films when they have a plethora of characters that they can work with to execute this film. That's why we see the Hulk and Punisher and the Hand and Sadie Sink. Marvel is thinking with their pockets like they do all the time. So I understand the sentiments of wanting to see something new, want to see MJ, want to see Harry Osborn, want to see Black Cat. I get it, but in reality, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless Sony decides to do their own Spider-Man movies, which they should do, so they can stop putting out solo villain movies, because all of those movies suck. All of those movies are terrible. But I'll say this, I'm actually glad that they brought back Zendaya's version of MJ, and I'm glad that they brought back Ned, because, you know, we're going to see Peter Parker navigate life without these two being in his lives. And they were an instrumental part of Peter Parker coming of age within the MCU. So it's important for people to remember this. As I said, he doesn't have MJ and Ned in his life. Their memories have been erased because of Doctor Strange. He doesn't have Tony Stark. Tony Stark died in Endgame. He doesn't have Aunt May. Aunt May died in Spider-Man Far From Home. So Peter Parker is literally navigating life without his support system, without the people that genuinely loves him and keeps a balance to his life. Peter Parker's life is, I'm fighting crime on the side, but in my actual daily life, I am maturing. I am coming of age. I'm evolving from a teenage boy into a man. And in order for him to navigate that appropriately, he's going to need the people in his lives to help him maintain some sort of normalcy. But everybody that's important to him, a part of his life, is no longer there. So for dramatic effect, this is going to be a good plot point for this movie. I'm actually glad that they brought back MJ and Ned, because I want to see Peter Parker navigate life without the two important people in his lives not remembering who he is. That's going to be good for the plot. This is a movie, people. We gotta have dramatic elements. We're gonna have the action. This seems to be an action-packed movie. But they're gonna give us the dramatic elements. So I'm actually glad that Ned and MJ, played by Zendaya, is returning. But yeah, y'all, those are my overall thoughts surrounding Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like I said, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of randoms in this movie. It's a lot of plot devices in this movie. but I'm still going to watch. I am excited. This is actually probably the first Marvel film in theaters that I've been excited for a very long time. And I think the last movie that I was excited for was Spider-Man Far From Home, when all three Spider-Mans was in the film. I don't know. Marvel, it's so much to say about the MCU. But we're going to keep it positive right now. Shout out to the teaser trailer, Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm ready. Again, I'm questioning a lot. I'm curious about a lot. But given the MCU track record with their version of Spider-Man, they haven't disappointed me yet. And so I'm ready to see how that plays out. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think about the trailer? Do you guys think that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey? My answer is no. But we'll see how things play out when the movie drops. Give me your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.